Hey, welcome to a very special episode of Hymns My Wake. I'm Jacob, and this is going to be a special crossover episode featuring Rick from the Dreadful Minutes. So Rick reached out to me a bit ago with this idea for this video, and so all the credit goes to him for this, but you know, Rick, being the kindest guy in the community, offered to have me put it up on my channel. You know, he figured it would fit to my aesthetic and yeah, my general aesthetic for my videos. That, and you know, he's wanting to increase traffic towards me, just being an all-around super nice guy. So yeah, shout out to, or a special thanks to Rick for making this happen. Yeah, so he reached out to me with this idea that we would each show off our separate editions of the Windir albums. Yeah. So for anybody unfamiliar, Windir is was a black metal / folk / Viking metal band from Norway. I believe they were active from about 94 to 2004, something like that. Put out 4 albums, a couple demos, and a compilation. The compilation was put out after the tragedy that befell Valfar. Valfar, the main person behind Windir. He passed away due to hypothermia. He got caught up in a blizzard on a walk from his residence to his parents. Yeah, super tragic. Took a amazing musician from us way too soon. But so they had the 4 albums. Originally they put out the 2 demos, then 4 albums, and they put out a compilation featuring I believe it was his brother doing the vocals on it. They put that out after Valfar's death, featuring some B-sides, unreleased stuff, and some re-recordings of stuff. And they also, so previous to picking up the albums on vinyl, this was the only Windir material I had, which is a live show they did on Valfar's birthday, shortly after, in the year following his death. So this is super cool to have, but that was the only thing I had so far. I hadn't ran across the CDs yet. We've just been streaming them. But yeah, and I think all the proceeds they made off of this went to kind of Valfar's family. But yeah. So I'll let Rick show off his albums first, his copies first, and then we can we'll jump back to me, and I'll show off the wooden box set that I picked up. Before we do that, I didn't mention the remaining members of Windir went on to form Breed. That's what's playing in the background while I'll be on here. Rick won't have any music because that's his style. And, I like to have the music going, so I rolled with it. Figured I'd put on the remaining members. Agreed. This is the album 5, put out in I believe 2011. But anyways, we'll get over to Rick, let him show off what he's got, and then we'll get back to me.
Welcome all. So this is a special collaboration video between myself and Jake from the channel Hymns of My Wake. So we thought it'd be really cool to give you guys an opportunity to see the Windir, I don't know how you say it, and this is a Norwegian melodic black folk Viking metal band. That's a mouthful. So this band has become quite legendary within this genre. And there was a fella by the name of Valfar, who was sort of the head of the snake that led this band. And he befell a tragedy, died of hypothermia in the mountains of Norway, visiting his folks, which is an unfortunate accident. It kind of reminds me of it was a video Vice did on black metal. It was all about like basically Gorgoroth, Gal basically, and it was a scene where he wanted to show them something, and it basically required the reporters or the journalists to go up with him to trek up these snowy mountains, and it was very treacherous for them. And my mind kept going to that part with man, it's just like a glimpse into, you know, those mountainous Norwegian scapes and just kind of how that must have been like. But I think he got caught in a snowstorm, and you know, so you all know the story if you have been following this band. So this band had a nice 10-year run from 1994 officially up to 2004. Valfar passed away in, I think it was January of 2004, and the band officially broke up March of that year. So they were able to put out 4 releases. So from 97, so you could say it was every other year. So the first full length was in 1997, 1999, 2001, and 2003. It's just strange how it went all to odd numbers. It would have been weird if they would have released one in 1998. You know, Windir 98. Anywho, so Season of Mist put out a issuing on vinyl. Forever, these were on CD only, and people have been yearning for this to come out on LP, and word came out, it finally happened. And it happened kind of suddenly. So it was around the holidays of 2020, and when this was announced, very suddenly, as I mentioned, it's kind of caught everybody off guard. They made 1184 copies in the form of a wooden box set, and those went quickly. Now, leading up to how it came about my copies. So if you want to skip all this babbling that I'm doing, you can skip right ahead to this many minutes and you will get there. So now, it was around the holidays, and Season of Mist, I happened to be just casually browsing because it was, you know, around Black Friday and that period and holiday shopping. And I saw the wooden box set up there. I don't know how long it was listed, how long it was up in the store. I just happened to notice it was there. And I was not expecting that whatsoever. So, yeah, my jaw was like down to here. So, but I did not like the price. I should not have been surprised. So I had to sort of collector's buying, existential moments. Took a 20-minute break, walked around. Huge mistake. I came back, hit the refresh button, it was gone. So, wasn't sure if I wanted to drop that kind of cash then. Anyway, I was already a few $100s deep in the hole with everything else. So, fast forward to March of 2021. And here, I'm casually browsing. I get a coupon code from Season of Mist, and because it was like a birthday thing. I guess they must keep track of your birthday somehow. And I got a discount code. So I go, okay, let me see if there's anything worth buying. So looking around, what the hell do I see? The damn box sets show up again. It wasn't really a box set, it was more like a bundle. So all the records were available again, and it had a colored option, which the one in the holidays of 2020 did not have. So that was the wooden box edition, which came only in black. So it's like, oh shit. So it was a very good day for me. I think had I waited another 20 minutes, had another existential collector's moment, I would have missed out on that too. So I hit the buy button immediately, and I got all 4 in the bundle. So that arrived, but this created quite a bit of controversy because, you know, I missed out on the wooden set, and so I was a fresh buyer. But those who already purchased the wooden set would have maybe not preferred to get the wooden box if they would have saved a little bit of money, and maybe got a colored option to go with it. So Season of Mist was very ill-timed doing that, and that really pissed off the community. And there were all these memes with, you know, very expensive IKEA boxes and wooden crate boxes with all kinds of high price tags and all kinds of imagery and all kinds of gags, you know, that was happening. So, yeah. So I went ahead and ordered it. I think kind of the fire kind of settled down, and, you know, the wooden box that arrived for those who ordered it early on. And then there was people like me. And we got it a little bit afterward. And sure enough, I'm still waiting for my Satyricon records, by the way. So that hasn't arrived yet. But I do have this to hold me over for now. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of just show you what the product is. And then once I'm done showing the records, we're going to skip over to Jake. And he's going to do his segment and show you what the product is like for his video. So how nice is that? You get to see the product from both ends. Now, I need to tell you, I did check Discogs before this, and it's not looking pretty. Those that wooden box set, it's already going for, you know, 500 or more. Yeah, so that is some pricey wood. It's great music. I don't know if it's $500 good. You be the judge. So I'm going to show you mine. And that is the all cardboard edition. So it's not official. Okay, so once the package arrived, I said Chaos Theory. I knew it was Season of Mist. And I gotta say, they did a really good job and were very thoughtful about how this was handled with the packaging, and there was no creases or bends with these records. So good job on them. Funny thing is, they also padded it with this weird cardboard. So I'm looking at the structure, and I was just taken aback that they went to this level. I know it's just a stupid piece of cardboard, but for a moment I felt like you ever got a toddler, like a nice little gift? Maybe you paid a little too much for it, so you give the kid the gift. You know, they're ripping the gift wrap off of it, and then next thing you know, they're tossing the toy aside and they're just like playing with the box. That's kind of the way I was. Look at this nice, awesome Windir, bundle here, and I'm playing with this. Pretty music. Anyway, so this bundle that I got here, you can buy them individually. So you don't have to have all 4 albums. I think they're all 4 are amazing. So this is a way to get all the discography. There will be no more Windir albums. The band went on to form Reed. One of the vocalists for Windir actually took over for Reed. He didn't join until the last 2 albums. So let me just show you what's here. So if you decide to buy this individually, you'll know what you're getting. But these are the colored versions, so you may just go with black. But these do differ from the wooden box set versions, which I think have a more about embossed treatment and all that. So I'll let Jake take over that part of it, and you can see more in detail what those differences are. So here is this. So the 2021 reissue post wooden box set versions. So this is the first album. Now I gotta say, all four came in really nice thick sort of poly sleeve here. So I think it is 4 millimeters thick. It does not feel like your typical 3 millimeter type. So just to nerd out, so you know that they didn't skip on that either. It's those little things and those little details that matter. So all of them have this hype sticker, at least the colored ones do. So this one here, now I'm going to butcher the names, which is expected. I'm far away from this culture, as you can imagine. You know, I'm a Hispanic dude living in the city of brotherly love. When you're trying to get me to sort of pronounce Norwegian language stuff, it's way out of my league. So with that warning up front, maybe I'll just put the name spelled out as I'm showing it to you. So this is Soknar, and this came out in 1997. And so you can see the sleeves, and that is the hype sticker there. So I'm just going to run through these. Nice double LP, gatefold. Nice landscape there. I don't have the CDs, so I can't compare what original artwork went there versus the LPs. I imagine they tried to reproduce it very faithfully. I think they did a very good job. There's the back, and they all came in a printed inner sleeves, which is pretty cool. I didn't throw them in rice paper or anything like that, so you can see what the actual product is and what you're actually getting, versus how everything is put together. So here is that, number one, and this is printed sleeve number two. And as for the actual record, I'm not going to pull both of them out because they're pretty much the same. And they're calling this one Clear Red Blue Marbled Double Vinyl. So this one's side C and D. You can kind of see the marbling there. It's a really nice blue. I love that treatment. So hopefully the light can do it justice. And that is the first LP. Let me go ahead and pull the next one. 1997. And this is album number 2. This came out in 1999. And this one's called Arntor. And this is a gold and purple marbled double vinyl. So another one, and I think these were all limited to 200 copies each for this particular edition. I'm not sure what they were in black. So this is probably their most popular album. This is the one I remember over the years seeing the most and people kind of praising. It definitely has that that Viking kind of look to it. It really captures that I think the way the imagery is shown here, it really captures what the sound is like. Very, very creative. If you can make that out. Here's the inside. Very, very cool. So let me go ahead and again, printed inner sleeves. Lyrics. And it's all, yeah, there's a lot of Norwegian here. It's like, I just let the music take me away. That's the second one. I like how it's not the same image for both of them. So this, again, it's those little details that I really appreciate. So this is this one. It's not transparent, so, which is fine by me. One thing I care about is that in some way, shape, or form, it goes with the artwork. You know, I would have been taken aback if this was, you know, neon green or something like that. That would have sucked. So that was number 2. Number 3. 2001's 1184. So I find a lot of great albums, have the year as the album. Like 2112, 1999. So that's the inside. Really nice. So this one here, it is gold and black marbled edition. So again, printed inner sleeves, and that is that. Love that treatment there. Really nice motif. This is the other sleeve. We pull up the vinyl. So, golden black marbled. The colors are actually showing up not too badly. It's actually accurate enough. So that is number 3. And last but not least, and this one is called Lickford. I know I butchered that. This is the last album in 2003, and this is probably the punchiest out of all of them. I think if I was to introduce somebody to this band for the first time, and they're not really into Viking metal, but you want to show them what a really good Viking metal album is, but you want to kind of ease them in. This one has sort of the silkiest production, a punchy bass, and it's just a lot more accessible than, let's say, the first album was. But I find with each progression, I think they just learned quite a number of things with mixing and recording techniques. The musicianship gets better. The fact that Valfar died at the age of 25, I mean, he was able to pull out this quality material. It just makes you wonder, like today. It's just fucking amazing. So, that is Lickford. And that's the back. I'm sure once Jake shows his, there'll be a lot of similarities. So this is just more of just a product showing kind of video. I'm not here to explain it, even though I did talk a little bit about the band, but I'm not going to go into all the intricacies with the music and all that. If you're watching this, you probably already decided this is something you want anyway, or already, on the fence about whether you should pay for something like this. I find that due to the success of the sales, Season of Mist, they're not dumb. They're going to keep reissuing this. So, and you probably don't have to pay those Discogs prices. Please don't pay those Discogs prices. Pay the retail. So that is printed sleeve here. And this is printed sleeve number 2. You know what? I should probably put them side by side so you can see them. Quite cool. I don't know if they go. Oh no, they don't. That would have been pretty awesome if they would have aligned. But nevertheless, very, very cool. So let me pull out the vinyl. And did I say what the color was? This is orange and black, marbled. So it's kind of a mix of English and Norwegian with the lyrics. Orange and black. When I was thinking orange and black, I'm thinking of like it was going to be like Halloween colors. It looks nothing Halloween at all. You never know when you describe these things. I wasn't able to see what the colors were ahead of time before ordering it. So just had to sort of gamble with that, but not like I had much of an option. although they get in black. All right, so those are all 4 records, and this is the reissue from Season of Mist. So, Jake, I'll let you take over, and this was fun.
All right, Rick, thanks for showing those off for us. But let's get into what people really want to see. The true cult edition of this. Yeah. So I was able to manage to pick up one of these. Took a little financial gymnastics to be able to get it, but you know, I pulled it off, and there was a bit of controversy with these releases. You know, they put out the wooden box set, 1,184 copies of this. They dropped that in the holiday season, I believe in November of last year, and you know, they sold out, I believe, in 2 days. And then, you know, they got delayed in production, and so what ended up happening was they put up the, you know, single editions before, you know, the box sets had even gone out, and you know, it made it seem like they had ordered them all at the same time, almost put in the order for all the vinyl at the same time, because the release date on the new versions was pretty much like right when they told us the box sets were delayed too. So it seemed pretty fishy. I had a sour taste in my mouth for a bit after that about the whole thing. Felt like we kind of got ripped off a bit by Season of Mist, but now that I have the box, yeah, would have I rather paid $80 less and got the individuals? Probably, but I'm thrilled to have the box. But yeah, let me show it off for you guys. There's the bottom, the front. See if I can get these to show up. The back, that's all etched on there. Copy number 727 out of 1184. Yeah. Logo, kind of not quite a dovetail, but just the interlocking panels. Better than some of my box sets or my Enslaved box set. They're pretty much just glued together almost. But yeah, the one complaint I have with the quality of the box is it is made out of plywood. They did put a nice finish, but you know, with the amount that they charged everybody for these, I think they could have sprung for, you know, some real wood. But yeah, and then the lid, they did the tongue and groove on, so that slides right out to open up to having the albums in there all the way. You know, I'll get into that after I show them all off. I'm sure you guys don't care about the empty inside of the box, but yeah. 4 records in there. And put them in the nice, thicker poly sleeves that Season of Mist uses. Should have pulled them all out beforehand, but yeah. Okay. So, here's the first one. Saknadar. I'm not sure if Rick might pop down the album titles down there. If that pops up, you can see it's got a nice embossing on here. And apparently these jackets, I'm not sure how well it pops up, but they're made different than your average, jacket. Can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's supposed to be a higher quality. They do feel better made than your typical jacket, but again, it's not really worth the difference in my opinion. So that's the jacket, printed inners. And this one, oh no. But yeah, these just all on black. Originally, when they announced that those second ones were coming out in color, that was another thing that had me pretty upset about, but having these in hand, thinking about it, looking at them, I couldn't imagine having them in colored variants for a box set like this. It just, you'd want them all to be the same color throughout the box, and to be able to pull a theme from all 4 different albums, a color scheme from that would have been complicated, so you probably would have ended up with like a clear, but the black just feels, it has a more cohesive feel throughout the box set, a more kind of, I don't know, classic feel to it, if you will. I don't know a better way to say that, but it just suits the box set better now that I've thought about that more. But then got a poster, the album artwork. That's the first album. Then what seems to be the fan favorite, Tour. Again, that nice black, I believe it's like a foil stamped. And the art quality, from what I've seen, is pretty close to what the originals were on the CDs, if not better. I don't know. It definitely doesn't suffer from the enlarged middle of that one. Love the first inner. Second inner. Again, black. Poster, let's see if I have this the right way. So yeah, that's Orange Tour. I believe this is how the name of that one. Yeah. And then we have 1184, which is my personal favorite. love the art on this. Back. Middle. Yeah, there's definitely a difference in the quality on the, I think it's called a tip-on sleeve. You know, a lot of your gatefolds will they'll connect through the middle. Here it's, you know, it's separated. It's got a nice divoted in there. That's all flat right down that spine, so there's no crossover. I don't know if you guys have ever encountered that problem where, you know, you put your alert sheet, whatever, and it slides a little bit too far in, and then the jacket just doesn't want to seem to close. You put you're being careless, put the insert too far in, you pull it out, and it's bent, and nobody's happy. But yeah, that's probably the biggest difference on the sleeve, and just the kind of overall stiffness of it. I don't know. But another thing on these, I'm pretty sure the standalone editions are all on 140 grain vinyl. These are all on the 180 gram. I think I said grain the first time. Yeah, gram. They're all on 180 gram. The other sleeve. This thing was, you know, packaged very well when it was shipped here. Big old box, plenty of foam all around the sides to pad it, make sure it came in, you know, mint condition. That poster, probably the only poster I would ever consider putting up out of the four. You know, it is cool to get posters along with the records, but you know, how many of us actually put those posters up? I would have, you know, if they're putting something in to make the stand out from the standalone editions, I would have preferred something else. I'll get into that after I show this one. But yeah, this is Lickford. This one might be the best, my favorite artwork out of the four. Then we'll show the sleeves. Boom. Boom. So yeah, that's Lickford. Sorry if I showed those, if I didn't hold those up long enough. And then the poster. But yeah, hopefully me showing that off has convinced y'all not to pay the flipper prices. You know, unless you're, you know, a Windir super fan and somehow missed out on the first when they originally went up for sale. Yeah, I wouldn't go for the box set. I wouldn't spend the crazy. I think they're going for over 500. I think on Discogs, I think the highest selling one was over 600. So yeah, I wouldn't. I'd wait it out for the next pressing, personally. So I think everything is sold out. I think there's a few copies of Socknalder, the first one, their first album, floating around out there. Various distros and whatnot, but everything else I think is pretty much sold out. Especially 1184 and Orange Tour. Pretty sure those are damn near impossible to find outside of Discogs. But you know, these albums have been in demand on vinyl for years now, and so they'll be repressed. Just a matter of time, I'm sure. Oh, and one other thing that we got was this little keychain, Windir keychain, leather, fake leather, I don't know. But one last thing before I go, what could have they done better, different? I'd say if they would have thrown in the demos, even if they were only on CD or cassette. I know the Enslaved box set that I've got has the Enslaved demo on cassette in there. Super cool. Throwing those in, even throwing in the compilation album in on vinyl. Yeah, if they would have included some of those or all of those, it would have made it way more worth it in the long run. You know. But what do you do? Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into this special edition. Thanks again to Rick for reaching out to me, kind of pulling all the strings on this, putting it all together, all the work he put in on this. Yeah, if you're not already subscribed to him, get over there. He did 99% of the work on this. I just hit record on my camera. He did all the editing, thumbnails. I think he even did a little intro song for it too. So yeah, shout out to Rick again. Dreadful Minutes, go over there, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.